Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Jack Lane. Welcome back to a brand new video here at the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about 24. Yes, 24 as in the 24 that ran from 2001 all the way to 2010, that had a movie, 8 seasons before it had a revival event series back in 2014. That 24. There's another 24 coming, and it's all very exciting. So let's just jump into the article right now. So the 24 movie confirmation and everything that we know. This comes from Screen Rant. Screen Rant's probably one of my most favourite places to get articles. But this is what it says. Okay. Nearly after a decade Nearly a decade after the last TV spin off was unceremoniously cancelled, a 24 movie is in development that will finally bring the story to the big screen, helping to reshape the landscape of TV in the early noughties. 24 follows anti terrorist federal agent Jack Burrow, Kiefer Sutherland, who uses any means necessary to protect his country from various threats, both domestic and foreign. Besides the gritty and uncompromising approach to law enforcement, the series was unique because it used an entire season to follow the events of one 24-hour day in Burroughs' explosive life. Spanning 8 original seasons, a TV movie, and a sequel season in 2014, 24 ran its course throughout the 2000s and 2010s. However, as the failed 2017 reboot 24 Legacy showed, interest has remained high in the unique action series. Plans for prequels, sequels, reboots, and spin offs have surfaced periodically since the 2017 cancellation of 24 Legacy, but nothing concrete has ever come to fruition. With the clock ticking on the lifespan of the 24 franchise, it has now been revealed that Jack Burrow may be returning once again, but this time in a feature film. 24 movie is confirmed. It is in development. So someone, I presume, from 20th Century Studios has said this. It's important to note that no word, oh no, this is from Screen Rant themselves, has come from 20th Century Studios regarding the project yet, and it isn't exactly clear how far along in development the plans have gone. So this is all rumours. Could this be something that was leaked in the Disney leak, do you think? Just having a bit of a wonder. With the better part of a decade passing since the failure of the 2017 24th Legacy, the fate of the 24 franchise has hung in limbo. Various reboot, sequel, and spin off plans have been floated the years since, but it has now been confirmed that a 24 movie is in development from a 20th Century Studios. Almost nothing is known about the feature film, but Imagine Entertainment producer Brian Gazer has been the spearhead of the project and was the one who slyly revealed it in a recent interview. Okay, so it wasn't a part of the Disney leak, but it's good to know that there is at least someone that's saying about it, that is involved, and it's not just one of these things that they say, and it has no background to it. Imagine has always played in that zone where there is that high probability chance that it will be successful in movie theatres. It's great for us because we've built over 30 years, over 100 different products and brands, whether it's Backdraft, which I'm now going to do today with Glenn Powell, or whether it's 24, a movie that we're going to do in a very interesting way with Disney and Fox. So that's where he brings it up. It's important to note that no word has come from 20th Century Studios regarding the project yet, and it isn't exactly clear how far along in development the plans have gone. Another very crucial unknown is the presence of original star Keith Sutherland, and the Jack Burrow actor hasn't returned to play the role since 2014, Live Another Day, which was the event series. However, he has been supportive of a continuation of Burrow's story in the past. How Imagine Entertainment will adapt the TV franchise to the big screen is also unknown. Then it goes on to say, will he return? Shows like 24 are revolutionary because of their format, but the failure of the 2017 reboot shows that the recognisable star power is also an undeniable factor in its success. However, with the freshly announced 24 movie, it is currently unknown if Jack Burrow actor Kiefer Sutherland will return to reprise his role. The actor has moved on to other projects since the show's final season in 2014, but he has not distanced himself from Bura and the Legacy of 24. Um, okay, let's jump back onto the cam. So, the interesting thing here is it does mention the fact that it's a feature-length film and it's a cinema movie. It's a movie that's going to be in cinemas, which is interesting because they're not doing a Disney Plus movie, they're doing a movie for cinemas. Will this pique people's interests even more? Yes. Yes, it will. 24 was a show, if you didn't know, that was huge. It was huge in America, and it was huge over here in the UK. I watched it when I was a kid. I used to go around a mate's house of mine, and we used to sit and we just watched 24. It was one of them shows that, like I said, it was a show that changed TV because it was the first show that did stuff. Did it like that. Anyways, each episode, each hour was an hour of a day in the show's life. Of course, this is when shows back then, you had shows like Lost, that was a huge, amazing show created by J.J. Abrams. You had 24, of course, and many other shows, but Lost and 24 are the ones that come to mind of that era because they're the two that, you know, I watch a lot, I rewatch, and I go back and I enjoy. And there are also two shows that Disney now own because of Fox. Because of the Fox transaction. I don't think Fox did 24, but no, not 24. I don't think they did Lost, but Disney have Lost now. But it's interesting that Disney want to move forward with this. Now, the unfair thing I'm finding is 24 Legacy. If you don't know the actual story behind 24 Legacy, the story behind it is that it was cancelled due to the fact of the Disney Fox deal. Now, if you didn't know this, 2017 was huge for two reasons. 24 was back, and so was Prison Break. Two massive shows. Oh no, Prison Break. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Two massive shows in the early 2000s were getting revivals. We're getting Prison Break was an event series that did far better than I think they thought it would, because I wasn't someone who watched Prison Break when it first aired. I was too young, but my uncle had, and they had all the old viewers come back, and us new viewers who were like 14, 15 were like, let's watch it. We rewatched all 4 seasons. I remember in school, we were watching season 1 through 4. We watched the TV movie. I actually finished watching Prison Break, the TV movie. I watched season 1 through 4. I challenged myself to binge it all in a month and finish it on the night of Prison Break's event series beginning. And then, of course, when that launched, you know, that was brilliant. I loved the fact it was 9 episodes and the fact that it was a self-contained story and it answered questions. You know, that was great. That was a huge thing. And 24 Legacy was the reboot that came out in the same year. So it was sort of two shows that were back from the old days that had got this new... I don't think 24 had gripped as much as Prison Break did because it wasn't original cast returning. And the event series happened in 2014 as well, where they did have the original cast. But the 24 Legacy reboot, and the reason I bring up Prison Break as well, is they both went into active development for new series. 24 Legacy was supposed to have a season 2. Prison Break was going to have a season 6 with Wentworth Miller and Dominic Purcell returning. And do you know what happened? The Disney Fox deal. Disney were buying Fox, and basically everything that was in production just got halted. Besides from the movies. Movies were still as normal, but the shows, Disney were like, stop them, because that's wasting money. And at that point, it was, Fox were like, well, Disney's buying us for like 69 billion. We're going to stop the shows. We have to do the movies because the movies are so far along. And of course, we've got Dark Phoenix and stuff that came out. I believe it was under the Disney Marvel banner by that point, but I don't think they acknowledged it. I think the deal went through late 2018, early 2019, which is why we never got a season 2, because season 2 would have released in 2018 and the Disney and Fox deal was done. 2018 to 2019, if memory serves correctly, on that. So saying it was a failed show, it wasn't failed. They were going to do a second series. It just so happened Disney bought them out and were like, stop it all. And Disney never wanted to revive 24 Legacy. They did try and do the Prison Break revival, but of course Wentworth Miller decided to step down from the project because he just had enough. He had some views of his own on playing straight characters as a gay man, and he stepped down. And I kind of respected him for that. I was annoyed as a fan, but you have to respect him for what he did there. He went, we've done 5 seasons of this. We did 4 seasons, a TV movie, and then we did an event series. There's no point in changing the story to just do more. And possibly the whole Disney thing, the fact that Disney now owned it and were like, let's do a season 6, Disney would have ran that cow until the milk dried up. They'd have kept kicking away at it until there was 0 viewers and the franchise had been ruined. Of course, Prison Break is returning, as we know. It's being developed as a Hulu series. Hulu are doing a reboot, and it's going to be a whole new cast. So we're getting another Prison Break. Whether it's going to have that same magic, I don't know. Whether it's going to be like 24 Legacy, who knows? But 24, of course, 24 Legacy didn't have that nostalgia because Keith Sutherland wasn't in it. But to blame the fact he wasn't in it for it not being successful is wrong, because there was going to be a season 2. Now, the movie, I'd have to assume if the movie was to go ahead, it would be because he says, look, I'll return. So what do I think about the 24 film? I think it's going to be good. And I think it's one of these films that will be put into production. It will be made. It will be released in theatres. And I have a slight feeling that this movie is going to re-spark that little bit. It's going to reignite the ignition. And Disney are going to do a TV show. And you're going to be like, oh no, you're wrong. Not going to happen. There have been instances. There have been a lot of things recently where studios have been doing TV movies, right? Take Paramount, for example. Of course, not the same sort of scope as 24, but maybe Disney have taken a page out of their book going, interesting. Paramount have done this with one project recently, a kids' TV show. It was called Thundermans. It ran from 2014 to 2017, 2018, I think. And that show had a TV movie that recently came out on Paramount Plus. Boom. Did huge numbers for Paramount Plus. I watched it because I was one of them people that watched it when I was a kid. It was one of them things that I grew up on. It was 10 years old. It hit nostalgia because all the cast were brought back. And it's actually reignited that engine. It's sort of brought back a lot of people being like, let's do more of this. Let's try and see whether we can keep this thing going. And they're doing a TV show from it. They're rebooting the show. And maybe Disney and Fox have looked at it and gone, well, they've managed to do it. They've done a movie for streaming. Imagine if we did one for the audience of cinema. Maybe, what if we did like a 2-hour or 2.5, maybe even 3-hour movie about 24, about this character, and be like, if it makes X amount of money, there will be a continuation in a TV show. I think that's what they may be doing. I may be completely wrong, but that's how I'm seeing it at the moment. Cinema is all about nostalgia. That's hitting nostalgia. Paramount did the reboot movie thing with the Thundermans. Maybe they're looking at it going, we can do the movie, and then we can do a TV show. I don't know. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you think that's what's going to happen? Are you excited for the 24 movie? Did you guys even know about it? Because this hasn't been spoken about much. I saw John Camper talk about it the other day, and I was like, woohoo, someone's at least talking about it. I was going to jump on and do something with it, but I just haven't had the time. But now I have the time, so I'm going to just put it here. And also, are you excited for it? Did you guys watch the 24 when it was originally released, or have you guys found it via streaming on Disney Plus? How did you find 24? If you have, or if maybe you haven't, and you're like, this 24 sounds like something cool, or you've heard about it, you never watched it, are you now going to go watch it because of this news? Who knows? Let me know all your thoughts down below on this and much more. Of course, hit that like button, it really helps me out. Really appreciate it. And also smash that subscribe button, please. I'm trying to build a channel here where we can talk about movies, TV shows, and just various other things that are coming out within the space. Of course, San Diego Comic Con is on its way. It's catching us quick. And I've done a load of videos recently talking about Blade, Nova, Spider-Man. So go check them out if you want to check out a decent video and you want to hear more of my thoughts on popular franchises, and big things are to come with the channel as time goes on. And as always, stay cinematic. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.